Alright, welcome back. It's Girl Night Zane. Today is a teaser trailer reaction of the upcoming movie Toy Story 5. They released a teaser of it, and God, I can't believe we're already on Toy Story 5, because I'm like everybody else. I think it should have ended with the third movie. Like, the third movie was the perfect ending, and then when I heard about Toy Story 4, I'm like, I don't know. But then, you know, it wasn't a bad movie, but of course, you know, the way the fourth one ended, I did not like how it ended. I was just like, really? That's how they ended? And now it's like, okay, what's next for the fifth one? But I do know a little bit about Toy Story 5. If some people don't know, I went to the Disney D23 Expo event last year, and I was able to go to the event that they were sharing upcoming movies in the next 2 years and get some little sneak peeks and certain things that, you know, that I was going to be the first to know, but nobody will know till later on. So yeah, they talked about Toy Story 5, and they were saying how this is going to focus a lot on like how children are now having iPads and how technology is kind of becoming the new toy for kids, and now it's leaving all the toys behind that they're not getting played with by the kids, and you know how it's affecting them. And I do know they shared about like Buzz Lightyear. There's going to be some like evil Buzz Lightyear, you know, groups or something like that. Yeah, and I also had like a lithograph of Toy Story 5, and I had some signatures by people that were involved in the making, you know, animators and producers, so that was a fun thing to have. But yeah, they released a teaser trailer, which is less than a minute, so I'm curious to take a look at it. So let's get started.
Bonnie, there's a package for you.
I was standing. You were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart.
Oh, thank you!
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Okay, so that was a teaser trailer of Toy Story 5. That was a quick teaser, you know, but yeah, so it's going to be how they discover, you know, probably with Bonnie, you know, how she discovered the iPad, Lilypad, and you know, I'm pretty sure it's going to lead of like, then she gets addicted to it, and it takes away her time, you know, playing with the toys and how it affects them. And I'm having a feeling like, is Lilypad going to be somehow a villain? Like, they have to do that. They have to have, like, the technology, the iPad or other, like, technology toys be the villains, and then it becomes, like, a war zone between the toys and technology and, you know, and how it's affecting the kids. Even though I'm kind of with Toy Story 5, I do have a good feeling that the message of this movie will be legit, because you know, I do believe, like, kids now these days are so attached to their phones that they don't really play with their toys. Like, it feels like they just spend so much time focusing on, you know, an iPad and just looking at the screen, playing games, or, you know, reading, like, you know, the books and, you know, doing educational stuff. But it's just like, but they don't really play with actual toys and, you know, be like Andy, you know, that they use their imagination and, you know, have connections with certain toys and then loves to play with them. And yeah, and it feels like, you know, how technology overpowers when it comes to kids and affects their creativity, or, you know, affects their way of having, you know, a fun childhood. I don't want to make this sound like, you know, kids who have iPads at a young age are having a bad childhood. I'm not saying that, but it's just like the childhood that, you know, I remember. You know, I'm thankful that I grew up in the 2000s, but as a kid, I had so many toys to play with, and, you know, I always had, you know, emotional connections with certain toys, or there were certain toys I loved to play with more than other toys, and, you know, they were just fun. And, you know, when I got older, you know, I had to, you know, give some of them away for, you know, Goodwill or for garage sale. And yeah, it's just the little moments like that as a child playing with toys, and not when that was around the time technology and iPads were not a thing, and there was really not a lot of technology back then, but compared to present. Even though I'm pretty pleased with like what the message is going to be for this movie, I'm still kind of, I don't really have high expectations for this, because like I said, the way the fourth one ended, it was sad and emotional, but I was kind of like, no, it should not end it like that. But now it's weird, and it's just a teaser, you know. Teasers, they usually change a lot, you know, because they're not actually in the movie, or, you know, but it shows Woody is there. But based on how the fourth one ended, Woody was with Bo Peep at the carnival, you know, so I'm wondering why he's there, unless, you know, there's something, like maybe he stopped by at Bonnie's house to say hi to his friends, you know. But yeah, so I'm curious of like, where's that? I do remember, you know, it's been talked about that there's gonna be a big focus on Jessie, and I'm assuming since she's like the new ranger, or the new sheriff, because in the fourth one, Woody gave his badge to Jessie. So I've heard there's going to be a big focus on her. So I'm kind of interested, but it's kind of like, oh, but it's going to feel weird, you know, having her be maybe the main protagonist compared to the classic, you know, Woody and Buzz Lightyear. I'm curious of how it's going to be, and yeah, what the message is going to be with the technology, and, you know, kids now these days when they play with technology compared to playing with actual toys, and how it affects them, and probably how is it going to affect with, you know, Woody and the gang, of like what's going to happen to them. So, but no, this might be a very interesting fifth movie, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for the teaser trailer of Toy Story 5. I'm curious of the official trailer that will give us a lot more context of it. And yeah, it's gonna be released in theaters of June next year. So like my video, subscribe my channel, leave comments below what you thought about the video and what you thought about this trailer. And you know it. Catch on to the next reaction video. I'll see you later, guys.